Chilling in the icebox. We got a lot to say. Chilling in the icebox. I'm in the same room today.
Oh yeah, I didn't even realize you are in your solitary confinement room.
Padded walls. It's when everything is, the desk is occupied. I have nowhere to go. So I go to the
Chaos.
other bedroom and suck it up.
Do you know what your 10 sex?
Okay. Um, let's see. Um, do I have anything good?
Okay, well,
My 10 sex is kind of like a icebox 10 sex,
okay.
but we have, pay attention, people. We have a new program coming out
Oh,
specifically to build your butt. But I have been testing out a lot of butt stuff and my butt is
cool. You
burning.
hear that,
Like,
everyone? Laura's doing butt stuff now. You and Dennis are really up to some Utah things. Okay.
it's a thing to do here. Um, but no, I've been testing like a lot of like the movements and stuff just because I'm like stuff to like partner, like
Mhm.
just testing it. I'm sure you've been testing stuff too. Um,
My whole life is tough. That's all I ever do is test butt workouts. My whole
same.
existence.
So today, then I was like, I'm training a client, and then I'm like showing her, I'm like, okay, when you do your step up, like you feel it right here in your, and I like almost couldn't make it up on the box. I was like, don't do it like that. I was like, oh my God, my butt is so sore.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, so my 10 sex is like, my butt is finally sore. I hope it stays that way because I
Yeah.
like being sore, but my butt's sore.
And stay tuned for the Peaches program, all you
Yeah.
ladies and gents,
Gents too.
maybe trying to
Guys
get
need
their
guys need
Peaches right.
strong legs.
Yep.
Yeah. They all
Yep.
need strong legs
Summer's
and
coming, okay? Those bathing suits, let's get cheeky with it, you know what I mean? So
yep, I agree.
I love it. Okay, my 10 sex is an apology to Selena Gomez, who I like targeted. I was just so mean. I was like editing it. I was like, wow, like I was so mean. She doesn't deserve it. Like I was just too mean. So I'm sorry to Selena Gomez for everything I said in the last episode. You didn't deserve it.
um,
You, you
um,
That's
I
it.
mean, maybe it was like mean. Okay, we'll just leave your 10 sex like that. That's fine.
Yeah,
10 sex.
this is my apology to Selena. Selena.
Should we tag her? No, because then
Yeah.
she'll have to watch the other one and then get her feelings
She
hurt.
probably won't have to watch either of them. But anyone who did watch it, I was just mean. I was just really mean. It was kind of funny, but it was mean. So that's that.
Okay.
And it's like freaking snowing here right now, literally snow.
I love that. Yeah,
Oh my
welcome to my
God.
life.
So cold.
Well, we had like a good stretch of like, it was Saturday and Sunday, and it was like 40. One day was like 45, and the other day was 42. And I was like, spring and summer are here. And
I
then
know
today
yesterday was such a nice day.
I walked outside and I was like, what is the snow? I thought we were done with it, but turns out we're not. So, and then you guys got snow, which is, I feel like the last time it snowed was, remember that one open?
Oh yeah, that was snow.
Yeah, that's the last time I remember Vegas, like
What?
it being like white out snow.
Yeah, it's not
Um,
really like that today. It's not really sticking too much, but there is lots of it coming from the sky.
are the mountains all white?
You can't even see the mountains because it's like too foggy
Like
and like
hazy?
stormy. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I remember was working at the strip, I think, when that happened. Was I?
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know, but like everybody was driving so bad and like we still had to go to work and I was like, this is, I'm scared for my life. Like
Yeah.
these
I know.
people
I'm happy
are
I'm home now. I'm hopefully I was gonna go to the gym, but maybe I won't leave the house again today.
cozy weather. You need soup
Yeah. Oh,
and binge watch a show.
ooh.
The new
Um,
You came out. Have you seen it?
you know I'm not gonna watch that.
I love it. I don't know. Dennis and I already finished it.
Season one was like tolerable, and then after that, it's like okay.
Okay, okay. I actually like the way because you haven't watched it. So, but the people that out there that have watched it, I like how this last season took a turn. It, like it's
What's the
different.
turn? You're not gonna ruin it for me. Look at this muffin.
But what if like our viewers haven't watched
Oh,
it yet?
okay. All right.
Sponsor me, you
Fine.
sponsor me, Netflix, you right here, sponsor me. But it did take a turn, and I like that because I was like thinking like this next season, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like the same old, like get on with it. Like
Yeah.
but it took a turn, and I appreciate the turn.
Okay.
Like it.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching
Moving
MasterChef
on.
season 10
Oh, Dennis
from
had
2018.
so I can't watch these shows because I get hungry.
Oh yeah, I watch it while I'm in the kitchen.
It makes me start like actually like I could be full, like just come from a
Yeah,
buffet, and then if I watch these shows, I'm like, now I
gotta
got to eat
feed.
something. Yep. So I can't watch them. But Dennis was watching one where I thought it was really cool. The concept of it was really cool. It's like there's floors, and
Okay.
like the food goes like from the floor, like the higher up you are, like the better food that you get, and the lower down you are, like you get the like the shitty like leftovers,
Okay.
and you have to like make a meal from it. And I thought that was like a cool
Oh, okay.
concept. And then you could get placed on like different floors. And
Okay.
yeah, I thought that was a cool, like it was
Yeah.
just like cook off. It was like this has like some
Yeah.
like grit to it. Like
Yeah.
so I liked that. But
What was that?
um Ramsey was in it.
Okay. He's in everything.
So yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but Dennis had it on the other day and I was like, this is different. And then I almost
Check
watched it,
this
but then
out.
I got hungry. So I
Yeah.
stepped
No,
away from
fair
TV.
enough. Okay, well,
But
speaking of shows, the main topic of today's podcast is a topical current event that I think we both have a lot of just opinions about. It's one of those episodes, just like a big hot take. We
the
are
whole episode,
discussing,
the hot take.
yeah, Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show, which happened on Sunday. Today's Tuesday. So we've had some time to settle with it. We've thought about our thoughts a little, and now it's Tuesday, and now let's fucking talk about it. Rihanna at the Super Bowl.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. What do you
Well, everybody
what do
already knows mine because I said it on Instagram. Well, maybe not everybody, but you know mine because I said it on
you
Instagram, which is that I'm annoyed because I feel like she gave us absolutely nothing. There was nothing exciting about that performance, really, except that I feel like she used, not that I think this is exciting, but I feel like her whole gimmick was that this was her pregnancy announcement. And I am so disheartened that there are people who thought this was like a serve. How could anybody think this was a serve? That's my take.
do you
I'm disgusted.
remember when Beyonce did this or did that
Don't
at the
Beyonce 2013, is that what you're talking about? Because Beyonce served us more than we have ever deserved in our entire lives in 2013. She served us a whole, I don't even want to say buffet because it was fine dining, Michelin star spread with a full cake for dessert.
yeah,
And she
but that performance with the way she like showed her
committed.
bump. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay, no, wait. Because I don't know about that one with her pregnancy announcement. I'm talking about in 2013. I do not think she was pregnant that year.
Oh
Um,
wait.
are you talking about her
Um
formation year? Was that a pregnancy announcement year? I don't remember the
let
pregnancy.
me okay, hold
Was it even a Super Bowl?
on. No, but it was at
What, kitty?
it was at
I do know that she did like a pregnancy reveal at like a show or something.
yes, she did. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I gotta find it. I gotta find it because I know it was good. So that was it the VMAs?
Oh, you should just find it and share the
It's the
screen.
VMAs.
Let's just watch it.
And
Hang on. I'm gonna turn on maybe, but I remember her. I just don't really remember like what she did, but I'm sure that she gave us
so
more than
she just
Rihanna did.
performs. She's singing the Love on Top
Okay.
song. She does this whole thing. We don't have to watch the whole thing, but let me so
And
she's
then she like
still
opens
right.
her jacket and she has her like stomach and she's like, I'm pregnant.
Yeah. But she like gets it in this like she's like get look at her.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
girl.
Oh my God. I know. She's
She's like
incredible.
getting it. Yeah.
She ate and left no
She's
crumbs.
crushing it,
I
right? So like
know. I know. I know. Beyonce is
I
legendary.
think it's right here. She does it. Watch, watch. Mic drop, pregnant.
Yeah, I remember when that happened.
Look at Kanye.
Hey. Hey.
Look at Kanye.
I
Hey,
know
ye.
exactly.
Yeah. So, okay. So, here are my opinion.
Okay.
I liked the halftime, but I did think it was very mellow, but it was very Rihanna. Rihanna is not really like a she's not like a Shakira and J-Lo type of like,
I'm not
you
talking
know.
about Shakira and J-Lo because they are mediocre at best to me
What? J-Lo, I love J-Lo.
as
J-Lo,
well.
I love you. Follow me, please.
J-Lo is a media
Um,
plant or a industry plant. That's the
I love
rumor.
J-Lo. And
And
J-Lo,
I
you
like
know
J-Lo
what?
too.
J-Lo,
I
we got
don't, no hate to J-Lo, but she's not in the Beyonce category of like legendary performers to me.
I don't think like I liked Rihanna. It was very on brand for Rihanna. Rihanna's just like chill, like it's her vibe. Like she's just like
I don't know. I would have to
um
look up some live performances of Rihanna because
and
I don't know.
what I didn't like, because I liked it and I was singing to every one of her songs because I like Rihanna. Even my dad was like, "You know this song?" And I was like, "Yeah, throw it up, throw it up." Like my dad was like, "What is wrong with you?" But like if you think of like that vibe, like it's not really like um like how do you it's not like
I
a
don't
banger, you
know.
know,
I don't know.
it.
I don't know. I feel like her music videos are pretty lit, especially for that song in particular.
Yeah, but it's not like a firework, like, you know, like a whole like production type of thing. Like if that's like a strip clubs and like I'm vibing right now, you know, like I'm shaking my ass, like I'm having a good
Okay.
time. It's not like what could I compare it to? Like how we just saw Beyonce where it's like a hair flip thing and a like, you know, like a
Okay.
whole
Okay.
like jump up and down type of party. This is like a different type of party. So I liked it. I liked the songs she did. She, you know, she put all her good songs on there. Um, I did think like I was confused with like what the dancers were wearing. Like I was like, what? And then I was like, is that a guy? Is that a girl? Like, which kind of doesn't really matter. But like Dennis and I got in a whole argument over like if it was a guy or a girl. And then I was like, I was wrong, but whatever. So then that made me mad. And I was like, yes, because he was trying to, I don't know, the whole crop top net thing underneath. I was
Hmm.
like, no, those are girls. And I was like, the guys have them too, but like, I don't know. But then he pointed it out and I was like, okay, he was right, but whatever.
Okay.
Um, I I thought that it could have been like if she was gonna announce her pregnancy that way, she should have given us more. Like I couldn't tell if she was pregnant or not. I didn't know if she
Yeah.
was doing a pregnant. I was like, did she just eat good? Or like, is she just her postpartum body? Because I could relate. Like, is
Well,
that okay,
yeah, it's
girl?
like,
Like,
yeah, I feel like she's been just like thicker lately anyway, which is like cool.
yeah,
So is this just like the like, you know,
that's and I was arguing that. I was like, well, she had her baby in May. Like, it took me a while to lose my pregnancy, right? Like, what if that's her? Like, maybe she's just that way. Like, maybe it's her and I like went down swinging. And then after the Super Bowl, I was like, I lost. That was way wrong because she was pregnant and I
yeah,
was fighting that she wasn't pregnant. But I like, it wasn't clear to me that she was pregnant aside from like, it kind of looked like a bump. Like,
yeah,
I wasn't for sure. Um, I also just wish she would have just announced it a different way. I don't know. Like I felt like Super Bowl, like
yeah.
give us Super Bowl action. We're
Yeah.
here for the
Well,
show.
yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so you said you asked all your clients and everything what they thought. So what'd they say?
Um, I would say majority of them said that it was a boring performance. They
Correct.
also the majority of said it was boring. There was like two people that were like, "Oh, I loved it. I thought she was great. I thought she looked great. Like she's pregnant and she was up on this floating stage and whatever." And it's like, yeah, that is okay. Yeah, she was pregnant on a floating stage, but she was
Yeah.
strapped in. It's not like
Doing
she
the
was out there
least. Just
bungee
standing
jumping.
there.
Yes.
All she did was stand there. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
I I just feel like I wanted more like dancing other than because she's a good dancer.
well, that's what I'm saying, dude. And it's like her
And she
songs,
could have
you don't
wore
dance like it's not like soul the way Beyonce is soul, but it's not like it's just stand there and like just vibe, especially when you are at the Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl.
halftime show and you're in a
And
league with these
also
people.
somebody said that she was lip syncing. What are your thoughts?
I don't know about that. I would have to look
I
up
couldn't
after the
tell. And
match.
I'm actually really bad at that when
And
people
well,
are
and
lip
like
syncing. So
even if she, it's not like I'm so impressed that if she was singing live, it's like whatever, the track, whatever. I don't care what that was. I'm not fucking into it. Like that's all you could do after she knows how bad her fans want to see her and want music from her. And she hasn't been doing that. She's been busy milking her fans dry of their money, doing makeup and all and lingerie and all types of other capitalist ass ventures. Don't get me started. And then she wants to come up here and say, oh, her fans are so stoked. Everybody knows that they can capitalize on the people. And she gets up and does that. And not only nothing, takes the opportunity to make it 100% about her. And not even in a way that's like, here I am, like, whatever. It's like, is it or isn't? Like, it's almost like she wants that speculation. Like, it was like, well, was
Yeah.
it or wasn't it? Like, was she being it out there, or was she just a woman pregnant doing a show? I
Yeah.
don't know. It pisses me off.
That's what because I was like, if you were gonna announce it, like, be fired up about it, because if I'm gonna announce that I'm pregnant, I'm gonna like,
And don't do it at the Super Bowl. Nobody gives a fuck if you're pregnant at the Super Bowl. We're here to watch football and be entertained by a musician at halftime, not be cheering for your fucking baby number 2. Who gives a fuck? That's what I want to know. Who gives a fuck? That's what I want to
people
know. I'm here
do.
to be blown away. Like Beyonce served it to me 2013, and Michael Jackson and Prince and these like legendary performance. If you get asked to do the Super Bowl, like you should be trying to be like on that level, not just like a Fergie. This was like Fergie level, dude.
Fergie singing the national anthem at the basketball game,
Yeah.
because that was the show.
It's like, it's just insulting. It's like, you really just came up here and did the least. Like, your dancers did a
Yeah.
lot, I guess. Your Oompa Loompas did a lot.
Yeah. I
And
and
your
I
stage
always
techs did a lot.
but I always feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, but and most of the time I would be like hungover at Super Bowl, but um or food coma. But I feel like there's always like some type of like a reason to what they're wearing or something. Like, I couldn't figure out like her theme, or like,
Yeah.
like the people will have like it match their like album, or like
Yeah.
this like I was like, is this her new theme? Like, like you said, is this like Oompa Loompa stuff? Like, I was like confused. Like, what is your theme? Like, you came out in red. Like, are you supporting the Chiefs? Like, I'm confused now. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. That kind of like threw me too, because I feel like every like people come out for Super Bowl, and then they're like, they represent them as their own brand. Like, if you
Yeah.
think of like Lady Gaga, like she came out in her like what a Lady Gaga thing, and I couldn't figure out, like, even when she came out and she's wearing the jumpsuit, I'm like, is it because she's strapped into the stage? Is that what she's wearing? That's why
I
she
feel
has
like
to wear
that was
that?
probably part of it. And I also feel like it's probably because, I mean, to me, she just looks comfortable. It's like, oh, okay, you're just up there just being real comfortable. Like, just getting Fenty Google searches up by almost 1,000% while you're up there being
Yeah,
fucking comfortable. Like,
yeah.
ugh,
I did see that Fenty did go up by like 1,000. It was like 83% or something like that.
something like that.
800, and I was like, "For
And
wow."
I just feel
Well,
like
first of all, who didn't
those
know who Fenty was?
some of these some of these like performances like in past Super Bowls are just like they like the performers just give so much energy and they give so much like it's a hype event. It's like Americana. It's a big deal and it's like uh, some of the
Well, it's
performers
a
that
Super Bowl, and it's the
yeah,
12, like those 12, 13 minutes that performers dream, all eyes on you. Like,
yeah,
whether you watch football or not, you're watching the halftime show. Like,
yeah.
and that's
And
what
I
she
just
gave.
looked at
I mean,
Rihanna and I just feel like, wow, she's just like a lazy billionaire now. She knows that she can do the least and make a ton of money off the people, like, and give us nothing in return except
but also,
shitty
like, I
fucking
think I'm like,
lingerie.
okay, like, devil's advocate, like, she's pregnant, like, she's second kid or whatever. But like, dude, you hype yourself up. Like,
Yes.
pick it up. Like I said, I thought it was like, I liked her songs. I felt like it was like I knew every single one of the songs that
I
were
agree.
playing.
I'm a fan. I like Rihanna. I love her music. I would sing to every
But it was
song
not a
too.
Rihanna like concert. Like, I don't.
Yeah. She gave me
It
nothing.
was a Rihanna YouTube channel
Yeah.
without the music video. It was like just the picture of the album. So I was like singing along to it, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
no music video show. Like,
Yeah. I'm
um
I'm annoyed by it.
um trying to think what one of my other clients said. One of my clients said that it was something about the stage, about like, oh, I saw this thing. I should have found it and like saved it, but it was like, oh, the part at the end or whatever, when it was like the diamonds in the sky or whatever. And they're like, that was the best part. And I'm like,
What are you talking about? The best part.
Yeah. But I was like, because the fireworks went off? Is that why?
Yeah.
How is that the
That's
best
what I'm
part?
saying. It's like those are the I'm even more mad at those types of people where it's like, stop acting like this was good work. I mean, please stop acting like this person deserves like all the fucking lavish things in life while the people like out here working their asses off on the streets, like just starve and try to put a little Fenty makeup on. Oh my God. I'm just so mad about it.
I actually was kind of bummed too that she didn't have like a guest come out or like a surprise
Well,
guest or
did
whatever.
somebody say that she was like, wasn't that like leaked that she was gonna have, or that was like teased or something? Like
Well,
Rihanna as a guest?
she had
She said
said,
it.
she said it like, oh, there's going to be a surprise guest. And then
Oh, I'm fucking sick. So yeah, so that's, I mean, oh my God, that
her
makes me so mad.
kid.
Ew. That's gross.
Like, I'm trying to
It's like,
think,
do
like,
you
I get
think
it. It's your second child. Like maybe she was like so excited, but like you acted morning sickness excited.
well, and it's like, no, I don't know. How many people watch the Super Bowl? Like 350 million or something? Like,
Yeah.
they don't care about your second kid, Rihanna. And it's certainly not like the climax of your performance. Like that's not, we're all just so excited to see Rihanna's pregnant at the Super Bowl. Like we can all go
Well,
home
I
and
feel
feel
like
satisfied.
people, if she would have given like a like wham bam performance show, and then they would have been like, oh my God, Rihanna's show was so good. And she's pregnant. Like,
Yes. Which is like what you're saying about Beyonce, which is true because she
yeah.
delivers.
Yeah. And that YouTube video, like, I'll never forget that performance because I was like, oh, mic drop. Oh, yeah, girl, that was a good performance. And then she
Yeah,
was off. And then I was like, I'm gagged now. Like,
I know.
I was not expecting that. But like, I get she couldn't do that because it was already done by Beyonce. But she could have just came out and been pregnant and performed.
Yeah.
There's performers. I mean, it's country, but I mean, she still gets down on the stage. She was like 9 months pregnant on tour.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like the performance is just reflective of like how bad the person wants it and like how much effort they're willing to make it legendary. And obviously the answer for Rihanna is no effort. Absolutely zero effort is what she thinks we're worth for
Well,
so
and Dennis said it too. He was like, "Well, she's doing all kinds of like you said, lingerie and clothing or whatever." And so it's this is kind of like, like
that's
I'm
it.
doing
Yeah, this is
all,
animatronic. This is Chuck E. Cheese at the on the
yeah,
stage. Like I'm mad.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
If
one
you
thing
could
I
have,
did
who
hear
would you have like? Okay,
I
go
so
ahead.
that was what I was thinking. I was having this conversation with Mo. I was like, "Who's your like dream halftime performer?" And I will keep thinking about that. But before we talk off Rihanna, I want to say the one thing that I heard. Um, not gonna lie, it was a conservative like type spokes like a journalist, I guess, who said it. But it was a little bit of a point. It was one point for Rihanna, which is that like appreciating that the show was just a vibe and just her singing her hits and like that and not like some overly sexual thing or some like weird political statement or some fuck Trump or some like any
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
that. And so like and no like fully clothed, like no naked girls, like no not sexualized with a bunch of like
yeah.
twerking and like I don't know, just like so I will say those are all points. Still not
And
enough.
that's kind of where I was. That's kind of where I was when I was watching it. Like I was like this. There's no hidden agenda here other than she
Yeah.
was pregnant, but the kind of wasn't hidden because it was it's out there.
Yeah.
But like there was no like I like you said, like when Lo went out there, she had like kids in cages and like
Yeah.
just trying to make like a statement in that way. And that wasn't the case here, which that I can't appreciate because
Yes.
like you said, we're here to watch the Super Bowl. Like stop trying to push your political views on me or whatever you feel. So I did like that. And that like I mean, she did. She sang all her like greatest hits.
Yes.
um yeah.
But I mean, as far as like somebody that I would really love to see do the Super Bowl right now, like I don't know. It's like when my answer to Mo was not that I think that she's by no means like one of my favorite artists, I guess, although I do like some stuff, but I think Doja Cat would deliver a legendary
Oh.
Super Bowl show because
Oh,
I
she
just feel
would.
like
Oh,
she's like
Paul. Shout out to
yeah,
Paul.
she's just a performer. Like when she really does it and she dances and like really she's very charismatic and like if she really cared right now she's like I don't know if she's like in like some like weird breakdown era or or not, but I feel like she could maybe slay a little bit. But I don't know if she's like she's not like my dream. I don't know. Does
Yeah.
anything pop to mind for you?
I mean, like, if it had to be like in this moment, or could I do like all-time dream?
No, it has
Back
to
in their
be it has to
prime
be like
dream.
this could happen at a Super Bowl if you were planning it.
Um, See, I'm country though, so
Okay, well
like
that's okay.
I would love a good like country, and probably just because I had just seen him in concert, and he like one of the top concerts I had ever been to, and it was Luke Bryan, but he
Mm,
just put on a
a good
show.
show.
Like,
Yeah. See,
I mean,
that's
I didn't sit down. I
yeah.
didn't sit down the whole time. Like, I stood up. I was singing to all of his songs, and he's like so engaging with like the crowd.
Yeah.
Um, he almost makes you feel like you are part of the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when I was like watching him, like I was like, man, I feel like we are we're in this with him.
Yeah.
Like he's like, on stage and he's having a good time. Like we're all, I mean, I didn't sit down at all. Like I had such a good time. It was one of my favorite concerts. Um, but like it's hard to say that because like not everybody loves country. So like if he
Yeah.
would go, like it might be 50-50. Like people might be like, ugh, Luke Bryan, really? Like, um, but he is a good performer and he just has fun. And
Yeah,
I like to see
he
them
might win
having
them.
fun.
Yeah, he might win
Yeah.
them with a good performance, and it's like,
Well, it's like you're doing this thing that you love for fun for millions of people. Like it better be fun. This is
yeah,
something you love to do. You
yeah.
make money doing it. Have fun. Like,
And to be honest, it's like it is your job to give me life. Like, go get up there, like, and entertain me. Like, give me something. Like, that's what we're looking for when we go to a
yeah,
performance and go see an artist. Is like we're looking for you to give us some type of like emotional charge. And you just
yeah,
standing there on a stage that moves while we just bow down because you're pregnant with baby number two isn't fucking it for me personally.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't want to congratulate her for doing the bare minimum when we have insane performances like Prince singing Purple Rain in the rain, like,
yeah.
and like the whole entire audience
Oh,
in
I
the
just got chills
Astrodome
remembering
singing
that.
with him. Yes. Or
Yeah,
Michael
I
Jackson
just,
like popping out of the stage and standing there for a full minute, not even moving, and everybody just going
yeah,
wild. Like,
wild. Yeah.
that's a Super Bowl halftime show. Like, that's respecting America and like the crowd and the sport and the
Well, and
athletes, the
yourself.
fans. Yes.
Like you built this empire because you're musically inclined
Yeah.
and people love that about you, and you're gonna just not give us anything.
Anything.
Give us the that's like us going in like personal training and being like, nice,
Yes.
good job.
It'd be like going and like writing it on the board and then being like, okay, here's what you're gonna do. I'll be
Yeah.
right over here.
Call me. Call me. I'm pregnant with baby number 2. Call me.
Dude.
But
Am
I
I gonna
do
have
get
to
that though.
apologize to Rihanna in my next 10 secs? Be like, yeah.
I don't think so. You didn't say anything that like, I mean, aside from like, I mean, you didn't say anything that was like,
No, I mean, I just feel like she's gotten the most and she gave us the least.
yeah.
She's a
So, but,
billionaire.
but like, this is what like you allegedly love what you do. But if you don't love
Yeah.
what you do, then you should have said no to Super
Yeah.
Bowl. You could have backed out. They have a list of people that would have
Yeah.
canceled whatever plans they had, and they probably didn't even have plans because it's Super Bowl. They probably weren't doing anything, canceled whatever, and made plans to perform at Super Bowl. And I feel like that would have been, I mean, if you didn't want to do it,
Do you have
you
a
should really want to do
favorite
it.
Super Bowl halftime show that like you remember
Uh,
sitting and being like, oh my God, that
Maybe
was
like
so good.
you named it, like Michael Jackson for sure,
Yeah.
like that, and Purple Rain. Like I got when you were talking about it, I like got chills because I
Yeah.
remember watching it and just being
Yeah. Yeah.
like my thing is like imagine being there while
I
that's
know.
happening.
I
Like I would
know.
be stunned, and that's what I want. I like an
And it was
experience.
like that was like vintage times. Not one person in that stadium had a phone. Like they were
Yeah,
all right there, like living it, just like in the moment with like lighters and like, and Prince is just
yeah.
so good. Like, and they put
I'm
that
trying to
like
think of
big
like
tarp up and he's playing his guitar behind it and he looks like all huge. I can't. So
I'm
good.
trying to think of another one. I know there was one when I was younger, like little, like, and but I don't remember. Um,
I remember the, like, big controversy with Janet Jackson
oh,
and,
that one I remember.
Justin Timberlake. I don't really remember
Like,
the show that much, but I remember, like, oh my god, the nip slip, and it was, like, intentional, like
yeah. I wonder if it was.
I don't know. I'll have to go back and rewatch the, like, footage and see. For science, for science.
Who did last year's? Who is it for science?
Last year was that, like, 90s throwback with, like, all the hip hop artists.
Oh, okay.
Better than
Oh,
Rihanna.
yeah. Okay, my thing is, what I have been loving though, because it happened last year too, it was like how fast these like TikToks and memes come out after the
Mhm.
Super
I
Bowl.
know, it's instant. It's
I,
funny.
oh my
The
gosh,
internet
I
never
die.
loses, yeah.
I die. I'm like, dude, how are they this fast? I mean, we were all thinking it. But
I
like,
know. I know.
Dennis sent me one today, and it was like the mask one. The
Oh,
song's like,
yeah.
"You call me Cuba Beat," and, like, and it was like of them going like this,
Oh,
like at
yeah.
the Super Bowl of Rihanna doing that, and I was dying. I was like, "Can you not?" What was the year before that though?
Um,
20. That was 2022. So
yeah, I don't
2021.
remember.
I don't either. God. I also feel like there wasn't like much hype like for halftime either. Like usually like fans would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch the Rihanna
I
Super
feel like
Bowl
there
halftime."
was
But
that. I feel like there was a lot of that.
um no, because when it was like I remember like J-Lo and Shakira, and that was like I was like my phone won't stop like
But I
going
feel like
off
that's
about it.
but, like, before?
Yeah. Like like even them were like hyping it up, and like I just feel like Rihanna was just like,
Yeah.
"Hmm,
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. But
hmm,
she's kinda like that. Like, I don't feel like she is a private, like, person that
mhm."
way. Like, there's a lot she doesn't share.
Yeah, but you're doing the fucking
Well, that's what I'm
Super
saying. It's like,
Bowl,
get out
like
there and literally sell it to me, like, deliver some shit or don't be here. Like, that was
yeah,
just disrespectful to do that little when we know you're capable of more. I think she's probably
yeah.
capable of more, pregnant
Maybe it
or
was
not.
scary up there on that little platform. It was kinda shaking for a second.
Well, it's like, I don't know, I'm not the stage gimmick, it's like, so just stay on the ground and do more. Like,
My
God.
dad was like my dad was cracking me up though, because he was like, "So that's all she's gonna do is fly the stage?"
God, I
I was
know,
like,
it's so,
"Dad."
so messed up.
It's like, "Stop. I'm trying to listen to Rihanna."
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I
That's
feel like
all.
that's pretty much all for that one. Do we have any hot takes to, like, round this out with?
Mm,
It's a good hot take.
trying to think of what I've seen lately.
I feel like it's all about Rihanna. That is the hot take.
Yeah, that is pretty hot though.
Oh, okay, but you know what? We could finish with the hot take. We can kind of revisit last week's hot take with Britney's teeth,
Oh, yeah.
because I did look into this a little bit. And so it turns out that she's always had a gap there that there's like a procedure where you like get the gap filled with like fake, like a new
Teeth,
fake.
yeah.
So it'll like,
Uh,
it's like, it still looks like two teeth. I don't know. It's just like, but
uh-huh.
whatever. So when she was like first coming up, probably like 18 or something, she went and got that done. And if you don't get it like handled
Fix,
every
yeah.
so often, it comes out. And so that's just like where we're at now with the teeth.
And she
So
just left it because she's probably just like, "I'm gonna leave
she doesn't
this,
give a
but keep
fuck.
my
Like she's not here to
extensions."
look good for people right now.
I
Like, no.
need to keep my extensions hanging out. She kills me with that though. That really does kill me. I'm like, "Brit, come on."
No, she literally has been doing that. She invented that.
Her whole life. I know. I know. I know.
Oh my
I
god.
know. Freaking Britney. Do you think she's okay though?
I have more hope right now that she's like more okay than I was worried
God,
she
yeah.
might be. But I don't know. I'll never be off guard about it.
I'm like, dude, you could the freaking internet though, you like I could spiral so fast just like down this rabbit hole of like
It makes me sad too because, like, legendary artists like Michael Jackson and, like, Freddie Mercury and artists that, like, I wish were here to do a Super Bowl, like, uh, also had such,
well, how
like,
about
sad lives and terrible demises.
how about Britney? Britney could have like, she's a
Well, that's what I'm
performer,
saying,
like
but Britney doesn't wanna do the Super Bowl. Britney doesn't wanna do anything for anybody, and I don't blame her. But Britney did make an appearance at the Super Bowl with NSYNC and
mhm.
or Aerosmith.
No. Uh was it the year of the Pepsi commercial? I was
Yeah,
just talking about that.
it was
Yeah,
Aerosmith.
right?
Yeah.
Pepsi commercial. I was like, remember we were talking about favorite commercials, and my dad and I were so bummed that this year they didn't have the Clydesdale horses.
Oh,
That was my favorite, always my favorite, that one. And apparently I missed the Dorito commercial. I don't know how, because I felt like I was watching this year, like really watching, and I somehow missed the Dorito commercial. But yeah, I didn't see it. Did you like I didn't see there were any good like commercials that
I don't know.
I just feel like this Super Bowl was just like blah. The game was good. I mean, people who watched the game, I'm sure they'll say the game was good, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you're there for the commercials and the halftime, I'd be kind of disappointed.
All right. Well, that's it for this one, ladies and germs. Don't forget to join our booty challenge. It's a good ass deal, pun intended. All
Mhm.
right. And until then, you are not hungry, you are bored.
Close your fridge.